Welcome back. So, last time we made 3 monuments. We made this bridge. Not exactly sure where we're going to head. It just says get to ironworkers. So, we're going to need to do some mining. Uh, uh, energies. Getting the people. Let's see. What have we got? Less than 100. So, we don't have enough people. So, let's take a look at the research. See where we should be heading. Let's unlock the little ones that we haven't gotten yet. That's unlocked, and that's unlocked. That's okay. We don't have the main trail. It's a new type of trail, a cosmic trail to help you organize your colony. It is thicker, meaning it to be used as a central path for ants to follow and flow in other loops. It functions the same as a null trail. Nice. Then we have these. I think today we should try and get these. If we can make our ants last forever, especially the having a steady supply of energy, that would be awesome. I am not gonna lie, that'd be pretty awesome. So let's head towards that direction and see what we can do. We are going to. Oh, okay. There we go. Just paused. So, I mean, look at this. We got this trail of ants, just a whole bunch. I wish there was a way to see how many ants are on a trail. That would be cool. That would be really cool. So, we're dumping the energy pods in there. So, maybe we can start making other loops. That'd be great. So maybe this one? Maybe we can set this up. See, last time I ended up setting this up where if a driller ant goes down, he'll have to go around 3 times or 4 times to pick up scrap to make sure there's no scrap in there and then go get recycled. That way this is always empty. All right, here we go. We can test it. See? It goes to one. Goes back, grabs another one, and then it switches to bin, and then it goes back and it tries to grab another one, but if there is anything it doesn't, goes back and then finally goes up. And with what's that, 27 seconds left to go. So there we go. And this just goes over here to where the scrap is. They just pick up the scrap and dump into the main scrap. So it looks like our ants are not doing so good when it comes to the scrap. So let's organize this. This was for the drones. So we're going to need at least 2 of these to go back and forth because it's a one-way trail. See? One-way trail. And we can meet this one. So we'd have to have 2 here, 2 here to try and get ants over there. And I'm sitting there thinking, probably, I'm not exactly sure how these research ants or the pod ants work. So I'm hoping maybe we can get it to try it out. We're gonna modify this. I don't like how that ant just took off. I want you over here. We're going to delete this and make a gate here and connect that to here. There we go. That way they force to drop off the energy first and then they'll get onto the old gate or the old line. But I'm going to drop this down to 2. We're going to see if it can keep up at stage 6 with 2, because I'm trying to minimize how much energy pods are eaten. So let's take this one, go around. All right, cool. And put this one go down here. Where's the main line? Right there. So there we go. I'm trying to save up enough. I'm trying to convert my energy pods into tech points up here. Because that's how you make the tech points. You make the tech points by converting workers into inventors, and the inventors come over here and stand on these posts and get fed energy pods. So, and the only way to do that is to get this numbers, get my numbers up on this. So, I mean, they're getting, it's not like they're lacking on it. So, putting 2 ants here probably should stabilize it. Honestly, I could probably get away with, let's see if we can get away with 1. If it drops down to 25% of the stage 6, I'll crank it back up, but 1 should be fine. So we're gonna put this one back here. There we go. 1 should be fine. All right. So last time we ended up setting this stuff over here. We got a monument. Not sure. We got another monument. And we have another monument down here. Now this is a scanner. Now I'm kind of curious if we build this on this island over here, will it give us the ability to scan another one? Because if you look, we're unable to scan it. We can't even destroy it. Oh, that's not cool. Or maybe it scans and periodically gives us another island. Not sure yet. So what I'm thinking is we'll get this energy pods up and running. We'll get this gate. We'll set this gate to if it's 50. If the assigned is greater than 50, to open this gate up so they can go in there. Because I'm pretty sure we have over 50, 69.
Nice.
We have this radar tower. Not sure. So we have a ton of fabric. We're good on fabric. So I'm thinking we minimize how many ants. Let's just cut that off. I mean, we don't need more ants in there. So what we'll do is we'll go here and then put them here, and they'll drop that product off that it has. And then we'll come over here, and that one goes over there. Now this one, as soon as it's done making that, we'll move that over. Because I mean, come on, we have 392 fabric. We really don't need any more fabric. So we'll. All right, so these guys are gonna move over here. Start dropping. He will get put back onto the main line. Same with this one. Main line. Drop it off. And go in the main line. There we go. So nobody should come up here anymore. We don't have any copper coming in. So maybe we can get a copper line up and running. But I want to see what these workers are. Because if they're great, if there's good workers, essentially, if it eats energy, uses energy pods as fuel source, then what I'm thinking is that all you have to do is just hook up these dispensers just along the road randomly, and when they need fuel, they just pop in, fuel up. But I'm not exactly sure that's how that works, so we'll have to see when. Oh, there we go. We have our first inventory ant. There we go. And see how the bulb, it comes over and eats a energy pod, and the bulb gets bigger. Boink. So there we go. So as it stands, yep, we are dropping energy, but that's to expected. It's only 1 ant running around in circles. So like I said, if it gets about here, I'll throw another ant on there to increase the amount of throughput. So I'll come back when we get the ants of the pod ants. These pod ants up and running. Be right back.
A few moments later.
All right, so we have pod worker ant unlocked. So let's take a look. A pod worker ant empty. unlocks a new ant cast. A specialized worker can be equipped with energy pods to increase its speed and lifespan. That's awesome. I didn't expect the speed. Without an energy pod, it will expire quickly. Then we have, for 50 tech points, Pod Worker Ant Mark 1. A new unlock as. A pod worker equipped with an energy pod it will revert back to its empty form once its lifespan runs out, allowing it to be reused. That's awesome. That's really that's awesome, because that just means that it would never expire, because once it runs its life course with the energy pod, it goes back to the empty ant, and then it just collects another energy pod, and it becomes an energy pod, pod worker market 1. So let's get that, and it looks like we get those in the assembler. Cool. What else should we head towards? We have this resin, but that's on the other side, and that requires complete other nodes to gain access to this one. Oh, so we have to unlock the facility. Oh, we got plenty of points. Well, we'll unlock this. I think that is literally the next gate. This should unlock things. So, facilities. Unlocks a new building and an upgraded workshop that is capable of producing goods that require 2 different types of materials. Kind of like the, was it like the constructor versus the assembler and several games, like Satisfactory, where like a constructor can take one input and output a different input. The assembler can take in 2 inputs and output 1. So awesome. So we got a new mission. The jungle. Fiber is a high demand material. I might be interested in collecting it from a plant-rich environment. Reveal it a jungle. Well, if you did watch the previous video, this is the jungle. This is a desert, and this is some starter biome, not sure. If you come down here and look at these plants, 484, and that's on the low side. So like this, 595, 577, 693 fiber. So like, and that was just some of the plants. But this island also offers the scrap, which also gives you gold and a whole bunch of scrap. So it's just a resource galore over here. But it also has these stalks right here that give you rubble. I'm pretty good on rubble for now. But these plants also give us the resin. So let's go back to the tech tree. So there's the resin. Material made with fabric and concrete. Oh, wow. Okay, so essentially we can collect the resin over there. We can actually create it, and it just takes, what was it again? Material from, fabric and concrete. So like, excess, we have excess fabric. I end up stopping workers from producing it, and we're making concrete. Diodes. An electric component that acts as a one-way gate within an electrical circuit. Yeah, but how do you make it? It doesn't give you the information. All right, we'll get there. So we have Pod Workers Mark II. Probably should upgrade this as soon as I can. I think this should be our next upgrade. A pod worker equipped with an energy pod. It will revert back to its empty form once its lifespan runs out. So I'm thinking this is just lasts longer. Oh, wait, no. Oh, do you see that? So this pod worker uses a Mark 1 pod energy pod, and this one has a green pod, which is a Mark 2. So these use the green energy pods. All right, let's take a look over here. 100 ants. Increase the population of the colony to gain access to the... I already have that. Cool. Let's go. Factory. The largest of the production buildings. It features 3 inputs to accommodate recipes requiring 3 ingredients. 25. I mean, as fast as I'm knocking out research, I can probably get that really quick. Let's see what we have over... Here's where we're told to go head towards. So we'll look at this. Island exploration. Different plants contain different kinds of energy pods. Yes. Some contain an energy pod Mark II. I'm just saying Mark. It doesn't say that. I'm just saying Mark II. Or it could be tier. This is a better version of the energy pod that contains more energy in each unit. I assume that. Feed 30 energy pods to Mark II so they enter Queen. Alright, so we got that here. Iron pile. Iron is one of the most crucial materials for your colony. Besides being a core building block, it can also be used to boost your population. You'll need to gather a lot of it. Mine 500 pieces of iron. I'm not sure if it's going to allow me. Oh, that's funny. Do you see that? It says mine 500 pieces of scrap iron. I'll show you why I think that's funny. If you come over here, I end up unlocking large stockpiles, all right? And if you we were using small stockpiles were like 160 storage. These are 392. So like we would have to get at least 2 of these built and filled with scrap iron to fulfill this. Nice. Oh, it doesn't even and I think I actually have to mine it too. So all right, we'll get to that. So this costs 50. Won't be able to get these because it's going to take green energy and I haven't established a good colony on that side. We can't get those. All right, so I think what we should be heading towards incorporating these into our colony. These pod workers. So, all right, let's go back and see what that takes. I think you can make those in the assembler. So we're gonna lay down assembler. I have plenty of resources to build stuff, so let's take a look. All right, change. We have drones, small diggers, assembler pod workers. What's the difference? So if I build this, it takes a light bulb and a small worker. Okay. What about this? Okay. So, all right. So we're going to need 2 assemblers. I think I got it. So the first thing you need to do is make the empty ones, which take light bulbs. All right. Light bulbs over here. Right here. Which means I'm going to have to get a supply of glass. All right. Which means I have to go over here and start actually collecting stuff from this island. So, or I might get lucky because if you recycled them, well, no, they won't be recycled because we plan to reuse them. So, anyways, so we take a small worker, we give it a light bulb, it becomes a pod, an empty pod worker. Okay, so we're going to build another one of these. Then, what you'll do is you'll feed that into this. You go here, Mark II. So this is funny because essentially you take that worker that you just made, energy pod worker, empty. You pump that guy right into here, and all you're doing is just basically like, yo, come over here, we'll refuel you. It's a refueling station. All right, cool. So I'm thinking, where would we want to put the pod workers first? Let's make one just to see what it can do. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like this. No, we need a assembler. We're gonna go like this. Boom. And I'm just gonna manually put an in there. So I'm gonna take this guy. I'm gonna go here. And we're gonna go, we want this. So we need the light bulbs. So we're gonna grab this, place the dispenser, and these go right here. They snap on here, and that's how you feed the resources into there. So we're gonna go like that. All right, cool. Let's see what this does.
A few moments later.
And boop. Isn't it so cute? Look at it, it's already gray like an old man. Cool. All right, so are you gonna come down? No? Do I need to connect you to something? There we go, fine. We'll connect this trail to here. There we go. You just need a place to go. All right, let's take a look. Yeah. So they start off as old. That's hilarious. That's awesome. But let's see what they can do. All right, so they can haul and forage. Let's see if we add energy pods to them. Let's see if they gain any new special abilities. So what we'll do is we'll put the dispenser here. Take this, change the recipe to the tech one, and we'll see. Refueling? All right, look at that. It's all shiny. It's red. And only a 5-minute worker time. Man, that's like, well, it is based off a small land. But it also gained the ability of plant cutting. So a small worker ant can do the plant cutting, because if you look over here, they have the same abilities as these worker ants. But if you look at the small worker ants, they only have the ability to haul and forage. So basically they get an upgrade. But they're also supposed to be faster. Let's see. Yeah, they do look like they're a little bit faster than the other ones. That's cool. And so what would happen is when they get old, they'll have to get refueled. I'll be right back when I come up with a plan to attack.
2 very boring minutes later.
Right, so here's the plan. So I'm over here. I'm making more. They're gonna run way over here. Like I said, I don't have an income of light bulbs coming in, but I do have 31, which is a lot. So I plan on getting these guys over here, have 31 of them come down here. And the first thing they do is they come in here and they get upgraded, because I put the other one over here. It gets reloaded with the energy pod. I want to set this to 0, just for now. Get a couple running around for the energy. If you look, oh, we have another one. You're gonna come down. So with these, at least for maybe plant fiber and maybe some other things, depending on how the proximity of the energies or whatever, I can put them in a closed system. So the plan is they're going to stay here and collect this energy. Go in, collect this little patch of energy. All right. And then when they turn old and need energy, they put it here and they get reestablished. The plan is I'm going to sit here, come here, have them do this. And because we have a whole bunch of fiber here, I'm going to have them collect fiber. And I'm going to stop this. I don't need this anymore. I'm going to move all this fiber down here to here and have these guys do it. They live forever. So all I have to do is move this over and put 30 of them down here. So about 20 of them, 21 will be over here collecting the sun. 10 will be over here collecting, you know, I'll probably do 20. All right. I'll probably do 20. So I have 10 over here. That should be a good number. And then 10 over here, collecting fiber. And they'll just stay over here forever. They'll collect their own energy to feed them. And I can use excess energy, move the excess over somewhere else. So that's really cool. So because I won't need any, and they're all collecting fiber, so I won't need these guys collecting fiber. I plan on start getting drones. Over here I made a modification. I dropped it down to 2 incubators because I should be able to maintain it with larva storage. I ended up having to increase this up to 2 because our energy was falling. So I'll get rid of this, have these guys work on the energy. All right, like this. Cool. I have 7 or 8 created and 6. All right. So these will basically feed themselves, but also collect fiber. I'm not sure how to siphon off excess energy from there, but... Oh, I do.
Ah!
I do know how to. Came up with an idea. So, like, the excess energy, so I'll keep, I don't know, 50 pods in here? So, 2 cycles worth of energy. We'll bump this up to the 10 that I wanted. So, we'll keep 50, so anything over 50 will be siphoned off.
No offense, but how?
How you will do that is this. We'll come over here, and we're going to want to dump the excess energy into here. So we're going to need one of these. Well, first, we're going to take a stockpile gate. And what we'll do is we'll say, hey, stockpile gate here. We'll connect this, assign this to this stockpile. So we're going to say, assign. Okay. If this is greater than 50, open this gate up, which will have a dispenser down here. So we'll put a dispenser right next to the queen. We'll go like that. Open this gate up. And then we'll run this down here. They'll come, pick up energy, and then we'll run back up to here and connect into the line. Now, they're not going to pick one up from here because they'll have energy and they'll come back. That way, they'll feed off of the excess energy down here. That's the plan. So when we get when we have 11 light bulbs left, we'll stop the production of new ants. When we get that up and running, I'll be back.
One eternity later.
So this is going to be our last one for now. I'm thinking I'm going to like these things. I've been sitting here watching them. If you come over here, look. These things are just going at it. It's awesome. And when they come over here, they still have... They go old, right? They can't go in there because they're still tech ones. And then, boom. Then they have 2-3 minutes. So it doesn't matter if there's a line, because they leave before they're the tier 1s. So basically they get reborn, see? And in 14 seconds they'll be reborn into a pod worker and empty. And then they'll just sit here and wait to get loaded. So is this good? Alright, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete this, delete this, delete this, delete that. Cool. So all they do is they sit here and they collect the energy pods, throw them in here, and it's slowly going up. So as long as they collect more energy, they make at least 2 passes, they're making more energy than it's costing us to have them, which is good. On top of that, we're also collecting a lot of fiber over here. So I've been thinking about how do I incorporate this into the build. Basically getting rid of these ants altogether, because there's no reason for us to have them. Like, the only reason to have the larger ants, well, they do have a larger lifespan, mind you, but they had the plant cutting. But these guys, we have the plant cutting, so it's not like we need the large ones. So we can convert them into infinity ants. This is what I'm going to call them, or energy ants, to do all these jobs. So we can fill them up, and all they do is to sit there, and when they get old, they come out and go to a line of these to get refueled. Now, it does take 10 seconds, and with this small sampling, I probably should upgrade this to, even though it'll be fine, I probably should be running 2 of these, but that's fine. So, like, this is all self-contained. I don't need to include any more workers in here. Unlike everything over here, where the ants leave, I have to keep putting more ants in there. I have to keep having the larvae coming in. So this is going to change how the game is going to be working. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to think about this on how to redesign this. And I don't think it will be that big of a tweak if you think about it. Because these ants, they eventually die. So what I could do is the first thing I need to do is get these drones up and running. Now these drones are going over here and they're just doing a loop. Maybe picking up some energy, dropping it in here. They're not doing anything. But because I started storing larvae, what I plan on doing is start producing ants over here. I do have 230 points. So what I could do is go up here and I can get this. Now, because they have separate resources, all right, if you didn't know, this island has 36 energy pods and hardly any resources. But if you scroll over to this island, I have lots of resources, but no green energy pods. So, thinking maybe I should move this pads. All right, move them up here. Because you come up here to the north, there's a pretty big field of energy pods. All right, and I could start making those. Ooh, that's a big thing of rubble. We can start making what we have down here. So down here, this is self-contained. They gather their energy. They feed off of this same energy, and only the excess gets funneled into the hive. Oh, that's not good. So what I did over here, I ended up adding an extra ant over here. Wait a sec. Where's my third one? So I'm looking for my immortal ants. There's that one. There's that one. There's a fourth one somewhere. I'm thinking the fourth one is over here. Yep, there you are. So I'm going to put the immortal ant over here. I don't need him over there. I was just needing to make sure we had energy. So what we'll do is we'll put the immortal ant over here. All right. It shouldn't be that long until we get back up to stage 6. It looks like, yeah, we're running out of ants. So the only ants that are we're still going to have to produce ants because the drones, they still have a lifespan. So still have to do that. So the plan is for next time, basically set up this setup. Instead of this, we'll probably have them harvest some copper, but get some ants over here made into those pod ants, but the level 2 pod ants, because I just researched it. So let's take a look. Let's take a quick look at that. All right. I'm kind of going over my time, but let's take a look at this. So we're going to put it here, hoping that all it takes is, yeah, an empty worker ant. So all it takes is an empty worker ant. We can make these tier 2 pod ants. Great. So what we'll do is we'll make this assembler over here. We already have it. Get some research. Well, not research. We'll build the base up here. All right. Right here. So this looks like a really good place because we got some scrap iron. We're away from the glass because there's no glass anywhere over here. I'm pretty sure that's, yep, that's rubble. And I guarantee this is, yep, scrap iron. All right. Yeah, the glass is on the south. So what we'll end up doing, all right, when this will be our start. So next time our goal is to get a start on this, a starting base. Using our mortal ants, start collecting some of this energy, all right? And collecting some of this copper. And what we'll do is we'll design another one down here well, just have a circle and feed those ants off of the energy those ants up there make to make an infinite loop down here. The only thing is that they don't drill. So essentially, as soon as these piles get picked up, we're gonna be out. We're gonna have to actually start building some driller ants over here. But that will get us a base to be able to collect all the base resources and advance us. That's the whole point, is to get us advanced just a little bit further. That's why I'm still using the haulers to clean up these piles instead of getting the miners. As soon as these clean up, I'll be switching over the miners to start mining these. So let's take a look. Let's see what we got. So the next thing we need to do is basically get miners and start mining scrap to unlock the iron workers. This will extend our life, because this is an alternative version of the regular worker that uses iron to form its body. Combine a smaller worker with iron in an assembler rather than fusing two small worker ants. This approach can significantly boost your population, but demands a steady supply of iron. So, like, we would be, instead of combining two, we'll just add a little scrap and they'll be iron workers. I'm not sure if they'll have a longer lifespan. We're not there yet. All right. So let's do that for next time. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time looking, maybe take a look at the other videos. If you're liking my content, like, subscribe. Always help out. I'm shooting for 1,000 subscribers. I really I'm enjoying this game. If you have any hints, tips, leave a comment in below. If you're not liking my content, leave a comment. Explain to me what I could be doing to make it better. I hope you enjoy this content.